Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's read is going to be about your attraction factor and love, and I promise you the best is yet to come, and I'm going to let you know why. But firstly, I want to introduce you to somebody if you haven't seen her yet. Now, she is a world-renowned psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor. Her name is Marissa Peer. Now, if you can go see one person and see any video, please go see Reprogram Your Mind Now by Marissa Peer. I watched her this morning, and I have to tell you, very few people change the course and directive of my day in life through a video. But this woman has done this morning, and I'm just briefly going to tell you how and why she's going to be able to do it for you. She has a very simple premise that we can reprogram our mind in any way. Now, the whole philosophy is what I've always thought and believed since I've been young. Now, the words we use are super impactful on our trajectory and our blueprint that we create for our life and for our day. And she says something that's so profound, and it almost made me cry because I wish I knew this when my children were young and I could choose my words more wisely. It's as simple as this. If your child is climbing a tree and you say things to them such as, what are you doing up there? Are you crazy? You're going to break your leg. You're going to fall. You're going to get hurt. Listen to those words. You're basically setting a blueprint for them and for yourself for disaster. You're basically, and oftentimes what we say comes to pass. We put energy and potential behind it, right? So why wouldn't we say, hey, Tommy, make sure you place your feet in a really stable position. Make sure your hands are firmly on the next branch before you climb. You know, encouraging words, things that are stable, not things that emit fear and panic, right? So it really, really works. Now, another thing, people send themselves into this fear-based reality. Say you have a speech to give. How do you usually speak to yourself? Oh my gosh, I'm going to mess up. I'm not going to find the right words. I'm not going to remember. How about instead we say, I am a capable human being. I can find the right words whenever I need to. My mind is like a glass vault. Whenever I approach it and look in that window, everything I've ever studied and learned is in there. I can pull it out if I take my time, if I breathe easy, if I think, if I concentrate. This has worked so well for me. And she used this other premise that blew my mind. It was talking about going in for PET scans and going in for MRIs, how a lot of people panic. They feel like they're in a coffin or a box. I remember when Yale offered to pay me for this fantastic brain study they were doing it. I didn't even think for a moment, and I'm claustrophobic. And when they said, well, how are you for in enclosed spaces? And I wanted to participate so badly, so I'm perfectly fine. I freak out. I am super claustrophobic. But you know what I did? I did what she was saying before I even know she said it. I created a story in my head that everything is fine, that I get to have a little time alone to daydream in a place where I can just space out. I do that all the time, and I'm going to be paid hundreds of dollars to do this. And it was really, really interesting because I convinced myself that everything was fine. And because we create a blueprint that our body and mind will follow after we say those words, we actually create that safe space. I said, Melanie, you're going to be perfectly fine in this. You get to create a fantasy land. You can be Alice in Wonderland. You can think of all your creatures you want to sketch. You can design jewelry in there. You can answer clients in your head before you answer them. You know, you can come up with answers. It was really amazing. But please go and listen to her if you guys have a moment. She really changed my day. I don't like setting appointments and having a lot of bureaucratic crap. And so with her words, I had the power to say, what don't you want to do today, and do it right now. It was set my doctor's appointments. I did it right then, and I went in within the hour, and now they're all done, and I have a nice peace of mind. Please listen to her. She's an absolute genius. She is amazing. She teaches us to talk to ourselves in such a way that we prove that we can do anything, that our words have power, that we're our best cheerleaders, that we can designate wherever we want to go in life through the power of speech and not being afraid and not panicking. If we think we're late for something, we go, it's not a big deal. Guess what? When we walk in, we say the truth. There was traffic. No big deal. Who really cares, right? Or we can panic and give ourselves a stomachache. We are the directors of our movie. So let's try to direct ourselves in a calm, beautiful pattern. So great. So thanks for letting me just inform you of that and sharing that with you, because I couldn't tell enough people. I told my doctor and his wife about her. They got all excited to go watch her. I said, listen, you guys, if you can listen to anybody today, say, go see Marissa Peers. I said she absolutely shifted my day to come see you in advance so I wouldn't have to wait later for my Synthroid pills. I was like, it just created a reality that made my heart shine and my brain sparkle, because I was like, I've always thought this way, but I forgot not to inflict fear and panic in my children, even if they're doing something that I feel is dangerous, that I have to put faith and strength behind their actions. It was amazing. So anyway, you guys, I am so happy and overjoyed to come and be able to do you another video today, because I just had this idea and I was like, let's do this. So basically it's like the best is yet to come. So let's see what's coming for you. Let's see what's coming in the love for. So I got 3 images for you to choose from. They're 3 animals. We have the swan, the tiger, and the panther, and I'm going to let you have a look. I feel like animals really help sort of like shift a mood and get us some understanding. The imagery is beautiful, so I'm going to let you choose for a moment, and I hope you all are doing well. It's actually Friday where I am, and I'm looking forward to a great weekend and a restful time. I'm very, very excited. So yeah, I love when I come across people that are genius. That happened last time when I did my Patreon love advice stuff, because I came across some fantastic authors, and I've just come across another one too, and I'm going to work with some of his information because he's a genius. He does a lot from the male perspective and what causes bonding, what really works with them in terms of flirting and how to read their signs, and just the guy's a genius at it, and I absolutely love him. I'll find his name and give it to you too. You know, how to read all the signs and all of that when it comes to relationships with men and what they really want. And, you know, he just really sets a fantastic example for that. Okay, so we're going to start with this, and I am just going to go freelancing. So I'm going to let you pick what you're picking. Now, let's see. We're going to start with Swan. Now, this is what we're letting go of, okay? This is fear. We are completely oh, first of all, while I'm doing this, I want to show you guys my bracelets I just made. I love these so much. I just put a chunky crystal right in the middle of all this beautiful titanium quartz, the silver titanium quartz, and then I have big chunky citrine. And I was like, when I get in my mode to make jewelry, I feel good because I love the stones. They lift me. So I just wanted to share that with you. So this is what's lifting from you, fear right now. Now, fear is a ridiculous attribute to apply to anything, because all fear does is add boundaries, adds restrictions, makes us doubt ourselves. So when fear lifts, all of a sudden we realize our capabilities. Let me give you an example. You're going into a meeting and somebody says, you know, somebody says to you, oh, are you speaking next? And then your inner voice can say, yeah, and I'm going to do a great job. My mind is basically a glass vault, and I can reach in there and get any information I need. My brain is Google. This is Marissa was talking about this. When you have faith and confidence in your abilities to speak well, you speak well. I have that ability. I'm very lucky that when I'm taping, I never have to start over. I just go straight through the beginning of the end. My mind knows what it wants to say. My soul speaks to it. I listen to who's giving me this channeled information in a very succinct fashion, and the words come out because I disengage from fear, doubt, or any of those things. I know that I have a gift, and I'm looking forward to using it every day. And you need to do that when you're stepping into whatever. If you're going into a baseball game and you're the next hitter, you say, I can focus on that ball. I can connect with that ball. I can get a home run off that ball. I have trained for this. I know what I'm doing. I have good hand-eye coordination. I've got this. When you're going into that meeting, again, my mind is a glass vault. I can peek in there and get anything. I can retrieve any information, because when it's something I'm interested in, which is my business, I focus, I hone in on that, and I go right in, I grab that information, and I extricate it, and then I use it. And the thing is too, to remember to breathe and slow down. If you ever feel nervous, people tend to speed up. And what happens is your brain is trying to keep up with you processing your words. So instead, a deep breath and a slower cadence. I've also found in meetings and speakers and all of that, people tend to follow and feel more relaxed about people who have a slower cadence of speech. Not so they're so slow that they drone out, but so they have clarity, because they're not trying to rush through what they're saying. They believe in what they're saying. They know what they're saying. So part of this being imparted in love, I feel like when this love comes in, you're going to release fear. So you're going to be able to speak to whoever you're highly interested in and who loves you in a very bonding, beautiful fashion, because you're not fearful. You're not fearful of what they think of you. You're not fearful of how they're reacting. And even more importantly is you have faith in your ability to connect with people, to be desirable, to be able to do what you need to do at any given time, to release fear. And say it's such an idiotic thing to even possess, because it's never done any good. Fear creates all kinds of things, guilt, basically any kind of barrier that's in your life is probably there due to fear. So just release it. I'm pretty fearless. I'm lucky in my life where if I want to go for something, I'm going for it, because I'm like, who's going to stop me? Only me can stop me. You know what I mean? And when you realize that only you can stop you, you're like, forget it. I'm letting all these bats out of my belfry and I'm going for it. And you're going to receive a lovely, grounded sense of peace and knowing you can accomplish this. Now, this is also that something you're going to feel why this love comes in, and you know the best is yet to come. It's going to give you a sense of peace. One of the authors that I was listening to said his grandmother didn't become a best-selling author until she was 85 years old. And then she founded a charity as well at that age. So we always know the best is yet to come. And if we feel like that and we act like that, that actually draws in love, because what happens is other people see that sort of magic and that passion in you. And passion is very, very exciting for other people. And it works like a magnet, because it kind of boosts them knowing, yeah, I can accomplish that. Look, she was afraid to write that book and she did it. She was afraid to do this and that. She pushed fear aside and said, I am at peace. I am able to do this. The best is yet to come. And that is going to rate you on the attraction factor at a 10. It's irresistible. When people set their mind to something and they do it, it's very irresistible. Yeah, and look what's coming in due to that. You have your King of Cups energy coming in, as well as the Fool. The Fool says, I trust in myself and the universe. It's all there for me. It's for the taking. I can do this. I've got this. And this beautiful King of Cups is coming in that says, you're irresistible. I absolutely love you. I love your fearlessness. I love the fact that you're calm in the face where other people might be rattled. And what are they getting rattled for? How they're going to seem to others? Who cares how we seem to others? I care how other people seem to me, and so should you. And you're going to, and it's really brilliant, this energy, and it's bringing it in. You're rating extremely high on this gorgeous factor, because you're just there. You have a pure natural energy that says, I just want and desire some freedom in life, and some choice. That's what it's about, right? Freedom, choice, and bravery. And you are in it to win it. You're like, the universe has my back. Me and this beautiful butterfly, we're on this vicious trail of victory, and we're going to get it. So love and light to this group. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want to go to my Etsy store, I can custom make you anything. You want to come see me on Instagram, it's Sparkrist11. Bye fear for you, so you can have your lovely peace of mind. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we're on to number 2, the Tiger. And I feel if you chose this, you have that kind of like prowess that you're going to get what you want to get, and you want to achieve, and you want to get out there and mix it up. You want to get out there. Hold on, I'm still shuffling this. That you want to receive love, and you're ready for it. And I feel like, wow, with this Chariot and Ace of Swords, that you have this new fresh perspective that says, you know what, the best is yet to come. I understand this. I've always known this. But what happens sometimes is our dialogue. And again, I need to reiterate this, because after watching Marissa, it just cemented the fact that our inner dialogue or outer dialogue, especially the spoken word, we start to follow that blueprint. So if we say, oh yeah, I'm going to go get love, I'm going to go find it, I'm deserving and I'm valued, by society and people around me, what happens is your brain goes, I'm valued, I'm valued, I'm valued. Let's do things that show me I'm valued. Let me go get a manicure. Let me take care of myself. Let me go to the gym. Let me eat well. I'm valued, I'm valued. I value myself. I'm going to choose my words wisely. I am going to treat other people well, because I value myself, which means I am a reflection and mirroring my best behaviors to everybody. Gratitude. Because I'm valued, I feel good about that. So I want to show gratitude to other people. I become generous, so on and so forth. It actually radiates. You're going to be radiating this beauty. And I feel like all these advantageous moments are going to come in and restore order. And you're going to recognize all the opportunities around you. You're going to be able to negotiate anything you want with anybody for anything. Again, you say, my glass vault of a brain and mind is going to reach in there and get the exact facets, behaviors, responses that are necessary to get this. I can always choose the right action, because I'm going to slow down looking at it from a very logical perspective as opposed to emotion, because emotion lots of times will always win out. I saw this beautiful thing that the doctor was talking about. She was saying how this one child was always acting up at the end of lunchroom and having a fit, and when she asked him, what happened to you? Instead of what's the matter with you? Why are you doing this? Just what happened to you? Found out that this child was adopted, is in a foster home. His parents were crackheads, and they would leave him alone for 2 or 3 days feed him, and then leave him alone for 2 or 3 days. So food was associated with abandonment. He never knew where his next meal was coming from. So when the plates were taken away, he would literally think he was going to starve for 3 days. So what she learned to do was speak to the mother that, guess what, emotion always wins out. He's too young to understand the logic of it. So always have nuts and extra food in his bag so he knows he'll be taken care of. Let him know that another meal will always be coming. But again, emotion will come into play when those plates are taken away. That innate animalistic starvation, our capacity to feel that intensely will make that behavior come into play unless, order is restored and they know they always have food on them. Again, have food in his backpack, let him know. But she arrived at that answer by saying, what happened to you? That's what we need to ask ourselves. What brought fear? What made us think we don't deserve love or value? What happened? A bad relationship? Guess what? That bad relationship doesn't define us. We define us. We're on our new route. We have a new start. We have a new capacity for love and life, right? When you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it's going to look like, who is going to share in it, and what is going to be available to you, just relax and open up to any other possibilities, because it's going to start to arrive. And you did that. You're doing that. So you are knowing the best is yet to come, and you're creating that. I'm really into this right now because I feel power and force behind everything that I'm feeling and channeling right now. After watching this, I was guided to see her and have a deeper understanding of what's going on with other people and myself. And I'm so happy. I was almost on the verge of tears when I was driving to the doctors, because I was like, I just got to go get my Synthroid thing. And I said, why do you put off and worry about it? Call right now, get an appointment, go get your things, and then it's not more red tape later. I just did it, and she was part of that. So again, you have this tiger energy that's bringing in this love. It's just, you're out there, you're roaring. I'm strong, I got it together, I'm capable of everything. The words you use for yourself are going to be beautified, they're going to be high value, they are going to be caretaking, loving, and sound thinking words. Nothing that ever will initiate fear or doubt, okay? Only the best for you, because you deserve it. Beautiful, beautiful energy, group 2. Now we're on to, all my links are down below as well. If you need a private read, I need a sip. I'm so into this, because I'm so happy to be able to project this beautiful, strong energy that I received from her that reminded me that we all have this at our fingertips. So yeah, all my links are down below if you need a private read, anything you need. Come see me on Instagram too. It's Sparkwist11. I'm going to be I do posts every day. I communicate with people, messenger back and forth. It's wonderful. I love it. So go down there and check it out. Now on to number 3, the Panther. I feel if you chose this, you kind of have a beautiful, strong energy, a clear knowing that something is out there and nothing is being denied for you, that you're protected, and that things are going to seem obvious now. Which way to take, which way your love is coming from, who is worthy of your time, because remember, you want high value people. Yeah, look at this. You have the 9 of Cups, all these good things coming. Whoa, amazing. And the Magician. Yeah, you're in accord with your highest thinking, and you're actually tapping into your extrasensory perceptions that you have right now, your high intuitive hits to bring this love in. And again, always knowing the best is yet to come. The best is certainly yet to come for you. You've had experiences that shape and kind of get your perspective a certain way, but guess what? Every single person and every single event and every single experience is always different and colored by some different aspect in the world. Whether it's, and again, it's always temporary too, so it might be super intense. It might just be a glimpse, a light feel of something, whatever it is. But this particular group with this is soulmates coming in that are coming for you with a huge love offer that is lifelong love, the connectivity you can't deny. This person, you're going to be their first thought when they wake up and the last thought before they go to bed. They cannot get enough of who you are, because you've created this magic around you, knowing that you're of value, that you're an important person to yourself and other people around you. You create light. I feel like you have a healing presence for other people as well. You're gifted in many capacities you haven't even tapped into yet, and they're going to come to you. You're going to start to feel them. They're going to arrive more and more as you escalate. You don't have to try hard to create all that you desire right now, because you're nurturing who you are, and the vital force of spirit is coming to create these things for you. You are getting out of any kind of slump you were ever in, because you have a partnership with spirit now. I feel like right now people are starting to admire you and turn to you for advice, because you're stepping into this power, and it's beautiful. So expect a call or a new opportunity and a message from an old friend or business contact as well. Your dreams and greatest desires are about to take place, because you turn this fork in the road, and you know that there's consequences to your thoughts. So you made your thoughts beautiful, bright, and bold. And because of that, you turned on that faucet of opportunity. Just, it's like liquid gold. You have the Midas touch now, and in love and everything. And I promise you, it's coming, and you're going to feel really sensual and strong and beautiful and lifted and lighter and abundant. And you're just going to constantly reach for gratitude, constantly reach for self-love, constantly reach for the virtue of life as opposed to the vice. The vice is when you're trying to fill in some void instead of, you have to feel that feeling when it arrives. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to face it. Okay, that made me feel bad, and now I release it. It's over with. I am on a new page. I am starting anew, and I feel the magic and wonder that's moving towards me. It's almost like liquid fire. You are, for your highest good of everything, you're divinely directed, and this love is just coming in, and you're going to feel just flush and like your life is flourishing, and you're getting a warm hug from everything, everywhere, all the time, because it's your time. And yeah, the best is yet to come, but it's so much better than you could have ever imagined. So unbelievable energy, group 3. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and welcome. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. All my links are down below. Remember, anytime you get fuzzy, think my mind is a glass vault. I can look in and pull out purposeful, loving, fantastic memories and energy to galvanize me into this stage of success. I've got this. I've always had this. Okay? You do have this, and you are wonderful and smart and brilliant and lovable, and that's why it's all just going to echo around you, and it's going to hug you, and it's going to just kind of carry you into your next stage of beautiful existence. So love and light.